failure of others. It's fantastic when the shoe's on the other foot. I don't know if you remember her, but Devin, the girl that I was all about, this was
I don't think I do.
My girlfriend.
Okay.
Of my high school girlfriend. You might not have been around our clique yet. Because this is freshman year. Yeah, chased after her whole time. She ended up dating some douche canoe from Woodruff or something.
That's how it goes. Those are the breaks, aren't they?
The Uber fact of the week, ladies and gentlemen, is eagles fuck while they're flying.
Really? So they just kind of spread the wings out, catch a good glide,
go up real high,
and then you just kind of sync up, and just kind of.
It's kind of like an Avatar moment.
Is it her job to flap and keep you afloat while he's on top? Doing it from the back.
There was this one meme that I saw where a lioness was attacking like a wildebeest or something, and she was attacking him, and the lion's just standing there, like not doing shit. And underneath it said, "Are you going to help me with this?" And then the next one was the wildebeest kicking her, and she was like holding on to dear life, and the lion's still standing there, and she's like, "Seriously, this is dinner." And then the next one is now she's on the ground and he's just pumping away. And she's like, "Really?" But yeah, I would assume that it would be her job, I would think, to keep afloat.
Because have you ever seen birds that do it on the ground or in the tree or whatever?
No.
A friend of mine had birds in a cage and they were fucking one time, and it was so weird.
Is it like aggressive?
Yeah, well, like, so the one bird is like sitting on top of the other bird's back, and then it's all puffed up and mulch, like, feathers are all
right,
like a blowfish almost.
Right,
it got all weird, and it's like,
how old were you?
I was probably like 12.
Oh my god!
And you just hear this screaming going on, and go look at these birds, like, what is going? And my mom had to like. It's okay. And as she didn't tell me but the way she was like, it's fine. It's a way of life. And I was like, oh, I get it.
Have you ever had that awkward moment walking in on your parents when you were little?
Nope.
No, I didn't either.
No.
It's one of the few things that I didn't experience.
So either you were lucky or your parents were just too busy.
Too busy. I remember the first time I saw my dad's junk.
Oh.
To this fucking day, like, I remember just being like, "What the fuck is that? What on earth happens to you when you get older?" God. Oh.
Now you catch yourself in the mirror, you're like, flashback. There it is.
That's why, like, I'm very weird around my kids, like, changing or anything. I can't traumatize them like that. That was terrible.
Yeah, that's something you either have to instill in them early, where it's like, this is just normal.
Hey, take a look.
Because you don't want all right, you've made it to 8 years old in your life, and now you and Dad are going to change clothes for the swimming pool and this, like, no.
Yeah, not a good time. No, like, if we were nudists from the jump, like,
right,
like, hey,
right.
This is a normal thing. It's no different than my arm. It serves a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't be here without it.
Right.
Ding-a-ling,
I'm proud to own it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I'm proud of what it's given me in this life.
That's right.
But, yeah, I don't want that to happen. But not for my kids. Anything like that weird? Any dicks?
I can't remember. Off the top of my head.
Hopefully
I've blocked them all out. Now, as I drive away from here, they're all going to come flooding back to me.
Get in a car accident or some shit. Oh my god! Yeah. So, what do you think of this Confederate flag crap? I mean, what are your thoughts on it?
Well, I think
I had to do the episode last week, and it was just me and my fucking.
I think it's
face.
Stupid that they want to continue this symbol of hate. And they say, well, it's our heritage. Well, yeah, but so you're that dumb you don't know what your heritage is.
Right.
You don't know what your history is. That that symbol is this sign that hurts people.
Right.
People look at that and are reminded of the things that their ancestors went through.
I don't know. Did you see Jon Stewart's?
No.
He did a thing. It's on YouTube. It's called No Jokes, and it was his monologue coming into the episode. It was really good. You should read it. But he brought up the fact that most of the streets, or the streets that church is on, is like named after Grant and all the the soldiers, and
right?
All of the generals that were
the
trying
Southern
to suppress,
right?
And he was just like, it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I feel personally like I've offended myself that it took me that long to realize what that flag stood for, what those streets were called, because that is, I mean, like how could we?
I can't believe no one's brought up the General Lee that the Dukes of Hazzard drive.
Right.
Like that's the symbolism of yeehaw, let's drive. And they got the rebel flag right there on the hood of their car.
Right.
And no one's or on the roof, I guess.
Well, I think Bubba Watson, he's a PGA golfer.
Yeah.
I think he owns that car. I think he actually bought it.
Yeah.
And he did say over this past weekend that he's going to have an American flag painted over it. Because I think he bought it at auction or something.
Mm.
I mean, it would have to be, right? It would have to be the car, because why else?
Right.
He wouldn't put the money into having that made for fun.
You know, a lot of people they buy that car and then they dress it up to look just like the one from the show.
Do they?
Well, because they grew up liking the show. And I could see where, like me as a kid, I loved that show when I was young.
Right.
And I had the little General Lee Hot Wheels and all that stuff, but I didn't know what the rebel flag was.
Right.
I just thought it was
You were fucking 5.
I just thought it was an X with,
Right.
I didn't know what it was.
I thought it looked like the British flag.
It does.
Like Britain.
Yeah. Well, it's probably what they were doing is maybe they took the British flag but
like
removed some things.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I think it's time for it to go and for people to wake up.
And I wish people would stop arguing it. Like I see stuff on Facebook like, this is getting out of hand.
When you're the wrong we're all old enough now and learned enough on history to see where civil rights and arguments, when you're on the losing side. Like the whole gay marriage thing,
right?
The racism stuff. You know what happens to the people that were on the wrong side, who fought the wrong side. They get destroyed, and they lose everything. You don't. Paula Deen,
right?
Can't go on saying those things. She lost her whole career.
Right.
She's probably broke.
Right.
And then the gay rights stuff. All these people like, not in my time, but hey. I understand that you feel like it's wrong, but no one's trying to make you marry a man.
Right.
And it's everything's going to be okay. And in 50 years, everyone's going to look back and go, oh, you were an idiot.
Yeah.
You were on the wrong side.
Hopefully, 50 years from now, you'll look back on yourself and be like, man, I was really an idiot. And hopefully you're not in charge of any kids.
Well, right. I mean,
shoving your angry bullshit down somebody else's throat.
It's like, I think it's a generational thing. Like my mom and I were talking. She goes, did you see Donald Trump's running for president?
Oh, Jesus.
And I said, oh, yeah, I saw that. And she goes, I'm voting for him. I said, what? Why are you going to vote for Donald Trump? He's not really, I don't believe he's really running for president.
No.
I think this is just his way of making himself famous.
Relevant.
Yeah. Everyone in whatever, raising money for his own causes. And she goes, well, he's against gay marriage. And I said, well, that doesn't matter because gay marriage is legal and it's not going to be taken away. Right. She goes, well, he would have voted against it. And it's like...
Man, your mom has a problem with it.
Right. And she's saying it as she's laughing, like, I'm voting for... Like, this is why it's so stupid.
Right.
Like, people just... Come on, man.
Hey, you said
Wake up.
You said it perfect. It was like nobody's trying to make you blow somebody.
Right. Just because it's legal doesn't mean someone could go, hey, buddy.
Get over here. Joe Rogan said it best. He was like, there are only two reasons to be opposed to gay marriage. Either one, you're dumb, or B, you secretly think dicks are delicious. It's like that's really the only reason that I can think of it. But,
right.
Well, cool. I'm glad I got you to weigh in on that.
Yeah. Sorry I couldn't be here for that episode.
Oh, it was a slow episode. I apologize to everybody for that one, but Thank you guys for listening to the Bill and Joe Show. Joe, thanks for coming tonight.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Dad, for coming tonight. We will.
We will be right back here next week.
I know I will be. Just fucking hating my life.
And the week after that. And the week after that.
All right. Thanks for listening to the show.
Good night.
Oh,